Good morning. I am going to talk about translation, and first of all I want to introduce myself. I am Sudha, Department of English, National College, and we are going to analyze the problems in translating a literary text. First come to translation. What do you mean by translation? Translation is nothing but translating a source language text into a target language text, that is translating from one language, that is Tamil to English or English to Tamil, vice versa we can do. Okay, first source language. SL means source language and TL means target language. For example, if you want to translate from English to Tamil, that is English is considered to be a source language text. Here first we have to decode the text. What do you mean by decode the text? Means that is particular word we have to decode. We have to get the meaning first, decode the word, but get meaning of the thing, and after that we have to comprehend it and analyze it, and after that the word will transfer into the target language text. Reformulation and restructuring. We have to reformulate and we have to restructure it again. That is according to the phrase we have to restructure it, and after that we have to recode it. The word hello is transformed into Tamil as vanakkam. Here hello is considered to be a way of greeting. When you saw some people, it is in the informal form, and when you translate it into a target language, into a target language, it is translated as vanakkam. It is a formal way of greeting. So we have to look at the culture first. In English normally we will greet informally, but Tamil we have to greet the particular pattern form. And another thing here, decoding means word tree is there. We have to decode it first. We have to erase the word and we have to imagine the particular word in a sign form. That is, we have to get the meaning first and we have to imagine in a sign form, and after that we have to record it in the word. That is, in Tamil we have to record it as Mara. First we have to decode it and we have to have a sign form or imaginative form, and after that we have to go into certain process, transform it and reformulate, restructure, and after that we have to recode, and we finally have a particular word or phrase. Similarly, the words, or we can translate block by block, sentence by sentence, and finally we have to have an innovative idea, and we have to think about the culture and transference, equivalence, and so on. So many processes are there when you translate. And coming to equivalence part of it, what do you mean by equivalence? Equivalence is nothing but equivalent word. You should have a equivalent word. For a translator, you should be well versed in SL as well as TL, that is source language Tamil and target language English. You should be well versed in both the language, then only he or she can translate it. And first we have to have a equivalent word. Equivalence is nothing but a equivalent word or phrase or whatever the sentence may be. Formal, there are two types of equivalence, formal equivalence and dynamic equivalence. In formal equivalence, the same form should be replaced. That is, if a poem is translated into a poem. Normally poetry translation is little bit difficult when compared to prose or a novel or drama, whatever it may be. So the same form should be replaced in formal equivalence, and this is the typical equivalence we are following from the past. And second type is dynamic equivalence. Dynamic is Dynamic is a powerful form of equivalence. Here the same effect should be replaced. The forms can be changed and innovative ideas can be added. So same effect or spirit should be replaced. That is, sense, not only meaning, the sense and extract, the same spirit should be replaced or translated here. So these are the types of equivalence. And coming to types of translation, there are different types of translation. Oral translation. Oral translation is done occasionally on the spot. When the speaker talks, the another speaker should talk on the spot itself. So, the speaker should know both the language and he have to interpret the speaker's voice to the audience. So, oral translation is like that. And after that, literal translation. This is the earlier form of translation, that is translating a text the word form, that is word by word or sentence by sentence. The meaning alone should be replayed. Sometimes transliteration can be done. For example, in Tamil, Angavastram, this is a classical Tamil, right? So, Angavastram cannot be translated as it is. Angavastram means what you say, a towel, you have to give a explained form, we have to extend its meaning. So, transliteration sometimes when can be done. Literal translation is just a word for word translation or meaning translation, and it is considered to be a translated one, that is Angavastram. You have to explain in Tamil, English as a towel used by a man in order to cover his whole body. So, likewise you have to explain the text, explain a particular word. So, that is called translate. It is many words, those are idli, so many words are transliterated as such. So, recently we are following that transliterated form. So, these are some difficulties while translating. So, we have to use certain words in English version, that is message version, like same idli or replace idli, not as a cake made up of rice, we cannot explain like that. So, we just transliterate the text. And second one, third one, transference. Here the meaning and the effect is replaced. Okay. So, transference of meaning with the same effect can be done here. So, this form also acceptable in translation. So, meaning and the same spirit, the spirit of the original text should be replaced. You have to take for example, when we translate Tamil into English or English into Tamil, the cultural aspect is entirely different. So, their culture is different and our culture is different. In Tamil, they can marry a cousin, but for the foreigners, it might be different. It sounds odd also. So, in the cultural context, we have to explain the culture. We have to explain a particular word or particular sentence or particular cultural aspect from the one. And similarly, the African translation, when we come to the African translation, the dialects may be vary. They speak so many language. So, their native language will be different. So, they use transliterated form, and of course, the footnotes, they explain all the things. So, similarly transference can be done, and finally, this is the transcreation form, that is we have to adapt the text. Here also the same effect, spirit, everything is replaced, but here innovative ideas can be formulated without altering the text meaning. Meaning should also be there like literal translation, but the adaptation can be done regarding our culture and so many things. For example, when we come into the translation of Ponniyin Selvan, the novel, the same storyline, historical thing, everything is replaced. Sometimes the author transliterated the text, and finally the transcreation is done, that is he adapts the literary historical text in English, and so that all the person worldwide they can understand the translated text. So, in Tamil, Bharatiyar asked to translate the poems, other works, பிறநாட்டு நல்லறிஞர்கள் சாத்திரம் தமிழில் மொழிபெயர்க்க வேண்டும் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. அதே மாதிரி தான் இங்கிலீஷ்லேயும் they have so many persons they have translated thing, and Bharatiyar's speech is a correct motive. We have to translate our text into foreign language so that they can know about our culture and rich heritage of India and Tamil Nadu and expert. So, translation is very good when we translate a text. And coming to translating a prose, we have to avoid word by word translation, that is literal translation can be done, but we have to avoid it. So, rather we can take block by block translation. We have to take a particular block, paragraph or complete text as well, and after that we have to analyze it in our target language thing, and after that we can translate. And finally, innovative thoughts can also be added when we translate a prose, but the meaning and the spirit and the essence should not be modified. The correct innovative thoughts should be added, but no decorative words or elongated speeches, expanding form. You can explain, of course, there should not be more than that. And coming to translating poems, phonemic translation can be done, but the sound system will be entirely different. When we translate, for example, in Tirukural and whatever the Tamil poem or English poem, in English John Milton's sonnet and so Shakespearean drama and everything, the sound system will be very when we go in for sound system, the meaning can be altered. So, sound system cannot be used when we translate a poem. Literal translation. Here, sometimes literal translation can also be allowed, but the meaning should be translated. Literal translation in the sense meaning can be replaced, and metrical translation, that is rhyme scheme, cannot be possible. It is impossible, imagery and so many things. The language might be different. So, poetic translation is little bit tougher when compared to the prose translation. And finally, here also interpretation. We have to take the poem into consideration first. We have to analyze the meaning and structure of a particular poem, and after that we can replace it. For now we can. So, when we go into the example translating a prose, very famous saying, Hari and Siva are one. The person who doesn't believe is doomed. That is in Tamil, Hariyum Sivanum onnu Ariyadavar Vailam. So, this prose is easily translated. When we go into a poetry, I have taken a Tirukural example. Tagudiyana ஒன்று நன்றே பகுதியான் பார்ப்பட்டு ஒழுகப் பெறின். Here it is translated as justice is a great virtue that gives impartial treatment. Justice is a here, and this translation is not at all enough. We have to explain the thing. Justice is a great virtue that gives impartial treatment to all. Everyone should follow justice without any partial treatment. So, likewise when we translate a poetry, we have to give lot of examples. And again, not only prose and poems are there in the literary text, we can translate a drama can be translated into prose can be translated into drama. So, likewise we can translate so many things in the same language itself. And in another language, prose, poetry, drama and also what not, couplets, everything we can translate. So, translating is a good practice, and so that we can get in touch with world and Tamil culture as well as Indian culture, and Indian classical concept can be spread all over the world. So, thank you.